Oh yeah.
I'm so scared. OMG.
Look. Today we're building one of the most genius tools that I've seen for raising pastured poultry. The Justin Rhodes MeatShaw. It's mobile, it's protective, and it saves us some serious time. Let's dive in. To build this, we're using 2 run flat wheels from Northern Tool, 2x4s, lag bolts and screws, some PVC corrugate panels, and really that's about it. I'll drop the specs below, or you can follow Justin's original plan. We tweaked it a little bit, but for the most part, if you follow his plan, you'll be spot on. So right now I'm working on the frame. I got to cut the majority of these out ahead of time, so that way when I'm actually just putting this thing together, I don't have to stop, measure, cut, etc. So I'm going to get all these cut out for the main frame of the structure, and then go from there. So I'm going to get cutting. What's really nice about these plans is that it gives you all the cuts. So it tells you exactly how many boards you need and at what length. And it's super helpful when you're trying to be as efficient as you can, you know, with your waste, or your material rather, to minimize your waste. And then with your time. So if I can figure out, all right, I need 2 boards at this. If I had to, I could set up a jig if there's a significant amount. But I know that once I get these 2 cut, I still have some leftover stock. I can put that on another piece. So having these plans already done for you is a huge asset. I highly recommend looking at it. It's Homestead Builds by Justin Rhodes. And yeah, I can't say enough good stuff about it. I thought this was pretty interesting. This is what's going to hold the axle in place. So in order to drill out a 1 3/4 inch hole in this 3.5 inch block, they kind of lay it out in the steps. You want to get your holes marked out prior to cutting the blocks. And it's just little things like that that make all the difference, because you can imagine trying to hold this little block with a 1 3/4 inch drill bit. That's not going to end up too well. So I thought that was a pretty good little hack there. If you need to drill a large hole in a small piece of wood, drill the hole first and then cut the wood off. We got all the pieces cut according to the build out plans. Honestly, it's pretty straightforward. You know, I went largest to smallest, so full 8-foot sticks, 93s, 72s, 48s, 43s, and so on. The plans are even detailed. It gives you the miter cuts you're going to need. I highly recommend checking that out if you're looking for a shelter. Not only does it have these plans for meat birds, it's got egg laying coops and things like that. So again, it's homesteadbuilds.com. You know, I obviously don't get anything from this, but I think it's a worthwhile resource, and it cut my learning curve down big time. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna finish getting dinner ready. We got some of our pasture raised pork on the smoker. We're doing spare ribs tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and finish those and then resume the build tomorrow. I still have to, you know, do evening chores, get eggs, take care of the geese, things like that. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, and we'll resume this build then. Later. It's the next day. We're going to pick this build back up. We got the entire cut list done last night, which you saw. Now we're going to go ahead and get it actually constructed. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We can just get this together, and we got to rotate the geese out. They've been in that same spot for, I think, 10 days. That's a lot longer than I like. We need that shelter for the meat birds on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on my schedule. We're going to get them out of the brooder and out on pasture. It's kind of like an extension of the brooder before they get to this MeatShaw. Just gives them another week to have some more protection, get a little bit bigger. So we're going to go ahead and get building. So this garage floor is sloped. There's a drain in the middle of it. So I got to be careful when I put this together. You know, I got to make sure this is flush. It's sloped, so it makes it difficult. That's it for the main frame of the roof. So the majority of this build is going to be upside down. So I'll need to flip this over once I get things put together, from the supports to the wheels to the axle. All that stuff's going to be built upside down, and then I'm going to flip it over and then put the roof on top. We just got this squared up. It's roughly 136 square. The plans say it's supposed to be 135 3/4. The lumber's off a scooch, but we're close. It's a 1/16 over. either side. So we're good there. We're gonna go ahead and put these cross supports in. We're gonna toenail them basically, and then secure everything up so it stays square. What do you think of that? Alright, let me get it started. Woo! Alright.
That was funny. Which we don't have.
We don't have carriage bolts because they were super expensive at the store. And we're gonna go ahead and use ledger screws. Same thing more or less, it just doesn't have the tension on the back with the nut. So we're gonna put ledger screws in, if I can find them. Oh, let's do it. Gotta check the handy dandy general store.
Yeah, we do have one right there.
Yep. 3.5. I think 3-inch. So 5/16. Nope. Just look at what you're filming, buddy.
I am.
So 5/16 by 3, which I think is more than enough. Yeah, let's use these. Oh. Yep.
Because
So you got to make sure, see the end grain needs to be up and down, because if you drill into that, it's going to split. So you got to drill into the side.
That is very true. Line it up. There, now it's holding tight.
We're at a good stopping point for tonight. We just finished up the cross bracing, and the next step is to put the axles in, Loctite them, put the tires on, and then start assembling the rest of it. But we're at a good place to stop. We got to finish picking up, get ready for dinner, and then do evening chores. So we'll pick this back up tomorrow. It's the next day and we're back at it. Tonight we got to put on the wheels, the axle, the support for the handles, and get this thing flipped over and put the corrugated PVC roofing panels on it. I'm hoping to get this done today. I've got an email from our chick supplier that our egg layers are on the way. So this has to get done today. We need to move our meat birds out and our chicken tractor and our geese under this shelter. We're stuck inside today. We got a pretty good thunderstorm going, as you heard. So we're gonna get at it and try to make the best of the time. Our next step is gonna be inserting the threaded rod, the 3/4 inch threaded rod. This is gonna be our axle. I messed these threads up, I'm in big trouble. A little bit more? No, just a little bit more. Watch your fingers. Watch out, I'm gonna swing it. Is that a washer?
This big thing.
It's called a washer.
It goes right there. Then.
Nope, that goes in. Put the washer on.
Yep.
All right.
Wheels. Wait.
Put the wheel on. Push it all the way in. Okay.
So right now it's upside down.
What is?
The coop.
All right, so that's it for the wheels. They went on pretty good. Obviously, the second wheel went on better than the first. I chose to bore out the hole a little bit more on the second one because I didn't want to force it like I did the first one. I think that kind of tweaked the threads on the rod. So we're gonna get to put the handles on. We're gonna try to figure out how we're gonna flip this over once we get the handles on to put the roof on. We're kind of limited in height.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I can touch the rafter. So we're shy of 8 feet or just about 8 feet. So it's gonna be a little interesting how we're gonna do this. So stay tuned and here we go.
Stay calm.
What's that?
Stay calm.
Stay calm.
Yeah. Don't get stressed out.
Mm-hmm. Great. Ooh, you all right?
Wait. Yeah, I'm fine.
Right now, and then you'll see how it looks once we flip everything over.
No problem.
Couple more in there. Three? Is there a 3-inch? Yes. What? Get one of those.
This.
Yep.
Now?
Mm-hmm. Drop the screw.
Okay, so we just got back from dinner.
All right, so it's after dinner. We're gonna try to flip this over. It's just me and the kids.
No, just me and Declan.
Yeah, Charlie's here too. It's just me and the kids. Katie's got to run to the ER, so I'm on kid duty. Yeah, she's got the stomach bug or something's going on.
Rotten egg.
I don't know what it is, Declan. Right here. Put it under there. Okay.
Ready.
Flipping over on its side. Okay.
Hold me. Whoa.
So move that, push that cart with it. Move that other one. I don't need that one. You're gonna pull it. Pull the cart. Okay, just watch out. Yep, I am. Watch out. Up, up. That's way too heavy, dude. I can't walk it up. What's the matter? It's okay. All right, we need your help, lady. Other side when I flip this over, okay? Yep. Oh boy. Oh yeah.
I'm so scared. OMG.
Look out, look out, look out. Woo!
You are dumb.
We did it, May!
You are darn
Whew.
You freaked me.
Don't hit the door. Show your muscles. All right, pick it up. Get it. You got all your toys in there. I hear it. That's enough, Declan. Okay, so now, gotta put the roof on. All right, so that's a wrap. Took us probably, what time is it now? 7:30.
I just took a shower.
It took us 2.5 hours today, probably an hour yesterday. So all told, we probably got 3 hours in it. Cost breakdown, guys. Cost breakdown, I'll leave it in the comments. 2025 prices, of course. It's changed a little bit since this book came out, but we're somewhere with these run flat tires. We're somewhere $400 if I had to guess, but I'll leave it in the comments on what we're at. So what we're gonna do is take these guys and put the geese under here, take the tractor. I got a piece to fix on that, and then get the meat birds in there. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. We really appreciate you following along.